What's up with it, y'all, man? We're here for another interview, man. I tracked down another great female entrepreneur, black, by the way, as well. We are here at shoptique with B. I had to track her down because she did a lot of main things. I'd had some of her food before, too. She probably some of the first person that ever put some ranch powder on some chicken wings that I had, and that shit was pretty fire, man. But starting off, right off the bat, you could tell people where you from. What are some of your major influences that kind of motivated you to even want to be an entrepreneur?
Okay. Money, mainly.
Hey, nigga needed some
Money,
money, huh?
definitely money motivated. Yeah, I'm B. My name, people call me BB. I'm from East Palo Alto, California. I've been living in Modesto for like the last 8 years or so. I always been kind of like into the entrepreneurship journey. Like that was something I've always wanted to pursue. But also, when the timing was right, I've had a business before, but I didn't really dedicate the time into it. I didn't really devote myself to it and really put all into it that I should have. So I decided to go do another round. So this is my second go round on the store.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, this is my second go round on the store. Because I had a store in Modesto on G Street like in 2010 or something like that. But like I said, I didn't really put my all into it. It was just like there. So I was just wasting my money. But now that I'm older, a little bit wiser, more experienced, now I feel like I can do things differently this time around. So I love fashion. I love to dress. I like dressing other people and things that I don't per se would wear myself, but I would like to see on other people. So that's what motivated me to like start a boutique. I started online in 2020, and then last year I decided to like open up a store. And my business idea of everything was to get a store where they could be multiple small businesses here. So I own like a pop-up store, so to say. So we do like kind of like consignment, where we rent out spaces to other small businesses. This is all, by the way, these are all women-owned businesses.
Okay.
So it's all women-owned businesses here. There's over 25 businesses in the store. They each rent a space monthly,
Okay.
and then I pay them out bi-weekly. So every other Monday, I pay them out money.
Whether or not if they're making sales
on
or
their
not?
sales. Huh?
Oh, based on their sales or even?
Yeah, on their sales. Like I
Okay.
pay them on all their sales. So they place their stuff in the store, and then I sell it, and then I give them their money. Yeah, I pay them out their money every other Monday. But yeah, so that was my vision for the store, where other people can have a storefront as well without all the overhead costs. So we're basically just all sharing the costs, which made sense for me. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Obviously,
so that's why I did that. But I have the Modish box, which is in the store as well. And then I have some friends in here. I have some new friends that I met over during the journey. I met some amazing other women, other women entrepreneurs that have the same drive as me, or at least want to pursue an entrepreneurship business on their own eventually, like have their own storefront or wherever it may be. So this has been a good thing for me. It's hard to stay motivated though, being in Modesto, because
it's hard for sure.
yes, Modesto's a little
You
bit
gotta
different.
keep the almighty dollar coming through the door.
Yeah. Modesto's a little bit different for me since I'm not a native here. So it's like I'm trying to like get out there, meet more people, and expose my store to more people and get like more traffic over here. But
what would you say? What would you say the two biggest differences are from this store and the first store?
the first store was more because I've always been like a crafter. So I love doing crafting things, and planning parties and stuff like that. So my other store was more like a party store, and I would make like custom scrapbooks for people, like party favors and stuff like that. But that really wasn't my niche. I didn't really want to do that. Plus, I was younger. I was like 26, so I was just running around doing everything. So it wasn't like I would. It didn't play out how I wanted it to, because I was just like not, like I said, I wasn't devoting time to it. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, so it just didn't work out as I expected it to. So, but like I said, this time around it's different.
What would you say makes it so much easier this time? And what would you say, being an entrepreneur, knowing that you got to come here every day, you got to turn on the lights, what is your key motivation
balance
to make you get up every single day to know that not only do you got to keep the lights on, but you got to keep your normal life going? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to have that balance too, you know?
Exactly. So creating the balance has been challenging for me, but at the same time, I'm making it work. I don't have no help, so it's just me out here in Modesto. Like, I don't really have no family out here. I got a few friends that help me out from time to time, so I do have a little bit of support, not as much as I would like. Yeah. But I'm here all the time. I did hire like a part-time employee just to help me out on days when I absolutely cannot be here. But yeah, it's hard. It's challenging. It's not easy. So it's definitely not for the weak. You got to keep yourself motivated because a lot of people won't support you when you start your journey. Like, you'll have people that's hating and just like onlookers, spectators. They want to watch you, but they don't want to, help you get to where you're going. But at the same time, I motivate myself because I am not the one to fail. So
and I will say the key on that too is more or less it's also the economic environment. You know what I'm saying? Just being in the 209 in general, you're dealing with people that don't have as much money as the Bay Area, LA, or something like that. So people might want to support you, but they gotta kind of do it on their terms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely understand that. But you can also support people like with small businesses, like reposting somebody's stuff. That's a lot. Like if you just tag somebody, if you come get flyers and tell people about it, even if you're not buying anything, you could just tell other people about it. Like get our name out there. There's other ways of supporting besides just making purchase.
The free ways honestly are sometimes more important than coming and just buying something. Because if you share it and now your people see it, who knows, they might come spend more than you was just gonna come buy that one shirt to support. You know, they might come really shop.
Exactly. And like I said, I'm online as well, so it's like you don't have to come to the store per se to support me, but you could and there's also other people in the store that have websites of their own too. So my thing is I want everybody to win, so that's why I decided like, okay, let's bring everybody in on this. You could be like, I got a few friends, they got businesses, let's do it. But yeah, it's hard to stay motivated, like I said, because nothing happens overnight, and you gotta put stuff, you get what you put into it, basically. So if you're not putting a lot into it and giving your all, then you can't really say like, okay, I not doing this, is not doing. You gotta give it time. You gotta devote time to it. You gotta dedicate yourself. You gotta do footwork too. It's not just gonna be handed to me. I understand that. So that's what keeps me motivated too. But and then the money as well. So
you gotta need it. Let's get into the name a little bit. How'd you come with the name?
The shoptique. I just created this name. I thought about it and I just figured, shoptique. You can shop here. It's like a boutique, so shoptique.
Okay.
So it's the shoptique.
You might want to trademark that.
It's the shoptique emporium actually, but the emporium part, y'all know what that means. That's just like a marketplace, kind of like a place that has multiple things. So. Yeah.
But that shoptique, that actually is like, that's pretty catchy, pretty smart.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I don't think I've ever heard that before, and I think that's like kind of like, it's like a majority of what a lot of women are doing right now, like giving you the option to do both. Like you might come get your lashes done, but you could buy something on the way out as well, or purse or
so we cater. We have a lot of things in here. We got stuff ranging from skincare, like body butter, sugar scrubs, face masks, and they're all handmade, all organic, all paraben free. It doesn't have any harmful chemicals or anything. Everybody makes their things hands on. Like a lot of these people, they like spend time actually creating these things. So. It's a great place. Like my friend, she has seasonings. She makes her own hand blended seasonings. My other friend, she has body butters and sugar scrubs. My other friend, she does body butters and her own line of fragrances. Like she creates people fragrances for them, custom fragrances for them. But she also has her own line. They're really good. They're really good products in here, and I'm just happy to be like able to do this. So I'm able to have the means to do it. I'm blessed enough to be here, so I don't take it for granted at all. So
for sure. Did you ever, in the process, what would you say has been? Well, give me a story on a time that you could say has been like the most down, depressing time of being an entrepreneur, where it kind of has brought you to that crossroads to where you kind of say, "Damn, do I?"
Fuck it.
yeah. Do I really want to be all in with this entrepreneurial shit?
Really, the time. After to be here, it's the time. Like that, really be like, it's so frustrating, and not to have support. Because initially, I did start off with a business partner, but it wasn't working out for her because it wasn't making sense for her as far as like the time and stuff, and she couldn't find her balance. So she kind of like just stepped back, which is okay because it's like I said, it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Now it's
and you gotta
all
respect
me.
that more though.
Yeah, exactly. So we're still friends. We still good. Ain't no hard feelings.
Kind of like a relationship. Leave before I get too fucked up.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, you get what you put into it. So if you don't have the time to put into something, or if you're not devoting yourself to something or giving it your all at some type of way, it's not gonna be what you want it to be. You have to like give everything your all, and then you can say in the end, if you feel like, okay, well, that wasn't my niche, that wasn't my lane, whatever. I tried it. I did my best. It's whatever. Like, you know, sometimes failures, that's part of life too. So
Not really.
if this store fails, I'm okay with that because I'm on to the next. You know, like,
and it's like you gotta. It's, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you could go peacefully knowing that you tried.
yeah, that's
I feel
the
like that's
thing.
what
Like,
a big
I feel
part
better
of
about things. Like, you can't say like, oh, it's not working out if you didn't.
Yeah.
You know, like
Actually put it in the ground.
Exactly.
You gon' I feel like me, like I probably go through that a lot of myself too. Like, I tell myself, I'm like, damn, you know, I would live like a pretty cool normal life if I didn't invest so much money and shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But you get what you put out. That's what you want to do though.
Exactly.
Like if that's like something you're passionate about, it's gonna work.
And eventually something will hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Something will hit.
Like
And
I
you'll
said,
get back all that
God
money
shows
you put in.
favor to people that, you know, do they work personally. You know, that's just what I found. Like if you nothing comes to a sleeper. So if you just out here just doing shit just to be doing it, to say you doing it and you ain't really working on it and really, you know, putting your all into it, it's not gonna ever be right. So
No shit.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest obstacle was about this store is actually pretty fucking nice, so what was the biggest obstacle about getting the store to actually come all together?
Just like, so I designed the store myself. So this is my vision. Like I designed the store myself. I handpicked everything in here. I was here through it all, basically, from the floors to everything. So
nice with it.
It was just a little, you know, I got a little bit of anxiety, like normally, like a normal person would, quite naturally.
You wanted to come out
overwhelmed, perfect. Yeah, overwhelmed, wanted everything to be perfect. But yeah, I like it. I like the turnout. I'm steady updating shit, steady adding new things, and just like right now I'm getting a station built.
Dressing room kind of.
Yeah, that's a fitting room, and then that's a fitting room, and then I actually have he's actually building me a station back there, so I'm gonna be renting out a space back there, like for tattoo artists, eyebrow threading, something like that. Not
it's kind of like pretty much a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs. Kind of like how what they were doing with the I seen a spot where there's a whole bunch of different like barbers and hair technicians, eyelash place all in one space, but instead of all that, it's like
actually,
a little
when I was
bit
just
everything.
In Miami recently, I went out there. It was like they had this thing called the flea market. It was kind of like our Durant, like you feel me? It was kind of like Durant, but it was like a flea market. They had everything.
Everything you could think of.
Everything. They had so many little hair salons, like little spaces that people was just doing hair, doing nails, doing everything. I like that. Like it was just like so diverse. Everybody was just like doing their thing. Everybody had their own lane. All colors, all the Haitians, Asians, black people, Mexicans. Like it was all different.
Right. And everybody supported.
Yeah,
everybody.
I like that. I like diversity. So.
That's real. What would you say every day when you wake up and you like what feeling do you get when you come every day that you come here and you unlock the door?
Well, honestly, this is the only thing that I do. So like I do private catering and chef. Like I do little private.
But this is your everyday grind. Like, this is
I'm here every day.
Yeah,
I'm here every day. But outside of that too, I like bought a box truck recently, so I'm started like a box trucking business and stuff. So I'm just trying to like. My goal is to create all different like avenues of income. I want passive income. So like I can eventually get me a food truck because food business is hard. Like it's like
the overhead for it is crazy.
Work. And it's so much work. Like you wake up, prepping food, you go to sleep, cleaning up, you wake up to do the same thing over and over.
You can prep a lot of food, nobody gonna buy it.
Yes, but I love cooking. I love feeding people. I love seeing people's reaction to my food. I love getting feedback about my food. Like I've always been a cook. Like since I was an adolescent, that's been something that I've always been passionate about. So yeah, I come here every day. I wake up and I'm just like get to money. Like I just want to hit all my goals. And
so what is your key to getting people in here? Do you just kind of let the entrepreneurs that are in here kind of like let their marketing do itself, or do you kind of like me? I ain't gonna lie, like with some of my shit, I be cold calling like I'm selling life insurance. Like, hey man, you ain't bought a shirt yet, bro. Like, real shit though.
Sales calls.
Sometimes you got
I don't really do
sales
money. Calls, but I do text my friends like when I'm having an event here, like so like we have pop-ups here outside, so we like. I recruit other vendors that's not in the store already. Then they just pop up outside, and like the pop-ups bring more traffic here on the weekends. Yeah. Outside of that, I pay for Instagram ads, Facebook ads, word of mouth. I put flyers, like I canvas parking lots sometimes and put flyers on people's cars. And then a lot of our vendors in store, they participate in online marketing as well. Because like I said, they all have their own thing going on too. They all already have their customer base as well. But we're all here to grow together. And collectively, so
that's real. What is your for your brand specifically? What is the goal for your brand specifically?
To grow.
Just to
I want to have a warehouse full of shit one day. Like, I want to have a warehouse full of shit. Hella online orders, everything. I want to grow into like something bigger. Like Fashion Nova, I followed them for when they was first started. Like, so I know it takes time. Like, I follow a lot of online entrepreneurs on Instagram that are like, you know, Instagram famous now, but I've watched them grow from years ago, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it takes that long though.
Yes, it really does. So that's why you can't give up just because things aren't playing, you know, like you're not seeing the results.
And the battle of the internet is always is a hard one. It's just what it is. You have to find your way onto the algorithm.
Mm-hmm. And you got to keep going. Like, you got to stay at it. You gotta
until you become major, anyways, you know?
Exactly.
It's not going to be easy.
Yes.
Like I was just talking about anybody can, like how we're doing right now. And if these were two like famous people, they could do what we're doing right now. And that shit would do millions of views just because it's that easy. We actually talking about real shit right now. What you're doing is like amazing. A single black person out here by yourself in Modesto. And instead of you saying "fuck Modesto, I'm leaving," you found a way to start a business.
I felt
and it's
like
people that have.
I was like,
it is people that are from this place and have been here for 30 fucking years, and they don't even have that. And it's no disrespect to people, but it's the grind. Everybody's grind is different. You know what I mean? And you gotta respect that shit in people.
Yep, you're right about that. And like I've had many moments where I was like, I do not want to live for real. I'm leaving. I'm going back to the Bay. Like fuck this shit. But at the same time, like. Modesto's chill coming from where I came from. You feel me? Like, you know, Bay is a little, you know, hit different. But at the same time, I'm sticking to it. It's a cool place to like raise your kids. You feel me? And get them away from certain other environments. But it's getting pretty bad here too. So I say wherever you live at, it's just your upbringing.
For sure.
At the end of the day, it's what you instilling into your kids is all that. But yeah, it's definitely challenges living here.
Yeah, well, I'll
probably say one of
the last parts I want to get into is obviously we can't leave without talking about that. How do you balance with your kids and stuff like that? I know for me, probably one of the hardest parts for me to do is balance the time I spend with my son plus the time I spend outside hustling and shit like that, and even just like finding time just for yourself sometimes like that.
My kids be hustling with me. I be doing pop-ups, they be right there with me.
Hey, that's real.
I be here, they be cleaning windows, like that's how they get their allowance. They got their little debit cards, I load it every Friday, they be working for their little change, so.
Hey, that's real.
I definitely believe in teaching kids to work for stuff. Like, my kids are spoiled, obviously, like I buy them whatever they want, but at the same time, they don't have that spoiled kid attitude. Like, they not snobby. They're not like that. They kids. I want them to remain kids. Like, some people materialize their kids early on with like all this designer stuff. And my kids, they have that stuff. It's just they don't care about that stuff. And I like that about them because it's like they're accustomed to nice shit, but it's not like they're not materializing their minds.
What would you say to a person or to a mother that's trying to get to this point? That he might be just fucking in the house. Because I ain't gonna lie, man.
Stay on it.
Yeah, I'm saying I mean I got sisters and shit. They be having they ready to say fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid to take your leap. You know, like don't be afraid to jump out there like that. Yeah, like I've read a lot of entrepreneur books, and a lot of them that are successful, they all say don't wait. Like just do it. Like just go as you go. Like you don't always need a business plan. Just start your shit and just go. Like give your all. Do what you can with what you got and just watch yourself grow. Like, you know, like I said, like you gotta put your all into shit. Like you gotta devote time, you gotta devote yourself to it and just watch it flourish. If it's not for you and you gotta accept that, God got something else for you. So like I'm okay with accepting what's for me.
Hey, that's real.
So,
I will look at end it right there, but I want you to shout out some of the Instagrams and some of the like important people that you would say actually keep the shop going. You know,
follow us on Instagram at the Shoptique Emporium. That's our Instagram tag. We got Queen's Closet in here with my girl Alexis. We got Kyla with hair and hats. We got 7800 Boutique, which is for my partner Kanitha. I'm the Modish Box. I got Naturally Me, which is Asia's body butter brand. Got Royal Franco with the candles. Kitchen Talk with the seasoning. Valerie Jane with the arts and crafts and like the tumblers and stuff. Styles by Brittany P. She sells bundles, lashes, and hair care oils and stuff for your scalp. My other partner, Raylene, she has Petals Rose Luxury. She sells like a variety of like furry slides, lashes, glasses, and some other stuff. Yeah, come check us out. We got a lot of people in here. A lot of
These
good
are all
things.
independent entrepreneurs,
Yes.
women,
All
by the
women
way,
owned,
man.
yep.
This is,
And
I'm
that's the
loving the
good part.
woman empowerment, man. It's
Yep.
been big lately. You gotta respect that.
Exactly, because the last year it's been like the population in women millionaires have grown over the last 3 years since the pandemic has begun. So I'm like, damn, like
The
I want
grind
to
is everybody grind is different.
exactly
For sure,
like
for sure,
so.
for sure.
Don't be afraid to take that leap, ladies.
For
Do
sure,
what you
for
gotta
sure. I
do. Do your
appreciate
thing.
taking out some time of your day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her get back
Thank
to
you
her
for
shop. You know what I mean?
interviewing me. I appreciate it.
No, for sure.
Greatly.
Honestly, the reason why I really do this is just to shine more light on people that's trying
And that's the good
levels.
thing.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
You leveled it up. Past even a little past me. I don't even got a shop yet. You know what I'm saying? But I actually like going town and seeing different people's shops and
But
seeing.
you be out here, you be
promoters.
networking. You be
No,
going,
yeah, for sure.
You be going, you be
But
everywhere, so.
but the day when I actually got that, when this NBA and lights over there, that shit is like the day where I get that fucking day.
Yeah.
That's why, and I love to do
And
shit.
that's
just
gonna
because you
motivate
get sucked up
other
different
people to
games,
come
you know?
behind you too, especially these younger boys that just be out here lost.
For
It's
sure.
sad.
And relationships, I feel like are more than $1 to me. So honestly, I've done an interview with a person and made money with them later, or have had a better relationship than I've had with friends or family over
That
here.
you knew
So
from,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's just like developing a relationship with entrepreneurs are important to me. So it's an easy way sometimes to just tap in with them. You soak up knowledge for them, and then now we've already been. But like, say if
Yeah.
it was somebody who I didn't see on a regular basis, or something like that, and it just builds, and we go from there. Just
Networking
like the
is
people you got in
definitely-
here, you know.
Yeah, networking is definitely key. So that's why, yeah, more people you know, the more shit you got access to. That's
For
just
sure,
it.
for
Like
sure.
it's always somebody that's doing something that you could like learn from, gain something from, or whatever. Like you guys can help each other. So that's definitely
real.
a
That's
good
real.
thing.
And we out.